Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, welcome back, everyone. It's 412-575-2600. You can also tweet me at KDPump. We are talking about all things Pittsburgh related this weekend. We'll, of course, spend a lot of time talking about what happened in Washington, D.C. and the fact that the Penguins forgot to set the alarm. First period, they were outshot and pretty much dominated. 19-10 outshot. Washington played with desperation. Mike Sullivan and his team knew they would do that, and yet they couldn't match it. Fell behind again in this game. 2-0 became 3-0, and then it was just too much to overcome. Although, as I said, it was 3-1 when Sidney Crosby made a beautiful read on an errant pass, a careless pass by Evgeny Kuznetsov. He took the pass, circled around the net, looked like to have a wraparound, fell a little short of that, but he got the puck to Patrick Hornquist, who looked like he definitely put that thing in. Remember a couple years ago when when TJ Oshie won a game in overtime down there, and it was they had to look at the replay. It was very similar. I have it on my Twitter line right now, sent in by one of my followers, Mac, and it's a good comparison. They called that a goal, and today no goal, and yet today's looked more a goal than that one did. So for whatever reason, if you have replay and you don't want to use it to overturn a big call, then why have it? To me, it was pretty clear that puck was in the net. The pictures are there. They zoom in. You can tell. Mike Sullivan was absolutely convinced, said so, said he respectfully disagrees with the NHL. He did not, or he said he had an opinion about Tom Wilson, but he wouldn't share it. Well, I will. It was a cheap shot. He's had a two-time suspension history. Tom Wilson should get a call tomorrow from the Department of Player Safety, and he should be suspended for one game on Tuesday for Game 3, based on what happened in that sandwich that Brian Dumoulin was the meat on between two pieces of bologna, I guess you can say. I don't know. However you want to describe it. The bottom line is there was a shoulder to the head, and they want to be serious about protecting the head. Well, they have an opportunity to do that here in this situation. So we have a lot to get into. I'd like to get your take on all of this. And again, I'm not making an excuse that the Penguins should have won because of these games. I'm saying they deserve to lose. They did not play well. Washington was better today, especially from the start. The Penguins cannot afford to play anything less than 60 minutes, and it seems like they have that habit from now and then in the playoffs to do that. You just can't get away with it. Washington learned its lesson, or so I thought, that they wouldn't sit on a lead like they did in Game 1, but they really did. They had two power play chances late in the game, and they didn't do much with them. That was the time to go for the jugular. They did not, and the Penguins are capable of scoring 2 goals in a minute. They've shown it before. So we'll talk about that in Game 3 moving forward. Did you think there was goalie interference on Matt Murray? I thought he had time to reset, so therefore it wouldn't have been interference for me, but some people disagree with that. Matt Murray himself thought he was interfered with. I'd like to get your take on that as well. We have all these topics on the table tonight at the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown, by the way. 11:35 on KDKA-TV. Ron Cook will be in the studio on my panel, along with Will Graves from the Associated Press and Chris Muller from the Fan, so we have a lot to get into. I also want to get your take on the Steelers draft, and do you think, if you want to give them a grade, give me a grade. What do you think it would be? Did they do what they had to do based on what you thought they needed to do heading into this draft? They had 7 picks. 3 of them, only 3, were on defense, and 2 of those were sort of hybrid safety potential guys. Was that enough to overcome some of the deficits they have on their defensive side of the ball? 412-575-2600. And, yeah, Nick Kingham was outstanding. What a tremendous effort today. Major League debut. Family and friends there. Took a perfect game into the 7th. 20 up, 20 down before finally Paul DeJong got a doubled inside the third base bag, barely out of the reach of Colin Moran, but that's how it ended. He still goes 7. Did not allow a runner to get in scoring position in those 7 innings. 1 hit allowed, no walks, 9 strikeouts. That effort, the last time you'll find an effort like that with no one getting into scoring position on a rookie debut, you'd have to go back to 1908 per Baseball Reference. So we do have a lot to get into. Call me right now at 412-575-2600. I'll get as many calls as I can right here, right now. You're watching the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. It's only on Pittsburgh's CW. The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.